Well, good morning, everybody. Doug, Contractor's Life here. So, I got a question. And I don't have any individual problem with anybody, but I have a question. And I know that there has got to be some. But is there any real men out here anymore? I mean, broad shoulder, chest out, chin up men with calluses on their hands. I ask this because I put on the old book face that I needed somebody to help me. I finally tried to make that step. I'm busy enough. I don't know if I can have somebody full time yet. And I don't need anybody that, has all the skills and the tools and the knowledge as me. But somebody that has basic tools, transportation, maybe the basic necessities of tools. I can maybe get by that. They can borrow my stuff for a little bit. I understand you got to start somewhere. But I just don't understand. I get a couple of people hit me up saying they're looking for work. I have one guy literally says he's 32 years old and says he's willing to learn, wants to work, but say he doesn't know if he has the confidence. What? Why do you need confidence to show up and hold some drywall or a 2x4 or the end of a tape measure and use your eyeballs and your earballs to watch and learn and listen? So I was like, nope, I'm good. If you ain't at least a man that don't use a litter box, well then no, I don't want to use you. Sorry. I don't got time for that. Might hurt some people's feelings, and I'm sorry, not. I'm a man. And then I have this other feller. Now I know everybody, there's some people that, not everybody, but there's some people that, they deal with anxiety or they get anxious when they're meeting new people, what have you. I get that. I mean, I'm kind of an invert. Not really, but I am. I like to talk. But I like to be by myself. I work better by myself, but at the same time, I'm smart enough, I know when I need help. So I'm talking to this here fella a couple times back and forth online on Messenger, and I'm like, well, man, this guy's really interested, keeps wanting to know when we can meet up and talk and get an interview underway. And I'm like, yeah, man, I can kind of see it in his writing that he's genuinely interested. He's got a truck, but it's in the garage, different things. So I go and I talk to him. He's 22 years old. Now, I'm sorry, but one of the things that I learned, and this has absolutely nothing to do with any kind of construction work, but whenever I was going to school, we learned how to use a roll. A regular 12-inch roller. And you were learned how to measure down to the 1/8 of an inch. Depending on where you went, maybe a 1/16. This guy could not sit there and tell me where 5 1/4 inches were. It's the biggest line other than a 1/2 inch, people. It's not that difficult. So I was like, well, maybe he was like me and just didn't give two beep-beeps about learning. I hated school, but there were certain things that I retained. And anyhow, I talk to him, and I get done talking to him. So you do the manly thing. You stick out your hand. You go to shake his hand, and you're like, hey, you know, I got a couple other folks here that I'm going to interview, that kind of thing. You know how it goes. I'll get back to you. I reached out my hand to shake his hand. And I kid you not. I kid you not. It was legitimately like grabbing these 4 fingers from an 80-year-old woman that stands this tall. Now, I'm sorry. I mean, I understand I'm old-fashioned, and I understand I've been in this life, working, and everything. But do people not understand what a handshake is? When you shake somebody's hand, it's like pulling a spark plug out of a motor. Tells you just about everything you need to know about it, whether it's burning rich or burning lean or has oil in it or gas coming through, you know. When you shake a man's hand, you can tell if he's a gentleman, if he's in a hurry just to hurry up, shake that hand and get out the way. If he's a real man, got some cojones down here. And you can tell if he uses his hands by the way they feel. Or in my case, not feel. Because my hands are so calloused up, it's kind of hard to feel. And I play guitar, so I got calluses on my fingertips. But needless to say, you can tell, okay? And I'm not saying I'm looking for a perfect individual. By no means am I looking for a perfect individual. I'm not perfect. Everybody is far from being perfect, but damn it, why is it so hard for somebody to just show up to work, use their brain, use a measuring stick, and have some testicular fortitude? Does anybody not have that anymore? I mean, below the age of, I don't even know, man, anymore. I would say between 45 years old. Does anybody below that have any, just, oh man. I get so upset talking about this here stuff. Because all I want to do is provide for my family. Provide for myself, put some money in the dadgum bank. Not the brick and mortar bank, but my bank. And live life without struggling so much. And I know I need help to do that. But why is it so hard? Keep it right and tight, guys. Let me know what you think down yonder.